why I wouldn't want to see the Benavidez Canelo fight?
Why?
Because I don't want to see Canelo go out like that. He's at the end. And I don't think he should risk that because it's a risk. Benavidez could hurt him. Dangerous, fool. It's like Canelo, we have him up here. I don't want him to go out like that.
Yeah, exactly. And he's already making a lot of money already.
He's
So why risk it? Yeah.
It's too risky.
He
and
has
I'm
gas
sorry.
stations and
I'm
everything in
sorry to
Mexico.
David Benavidez because he deserves that shot.
Yeah.
He's earned it. But I don't want Canelo to go out there like that. You know? I'm a big Canelo fan. You know what I mean?
There it is. Mexican fans in a nutshell, admitting they self. Now, you know what's interesting is the hypocrisy. They don't want David Benavidez to fight Canelo Alvarez because it's a dangerous fight, and they don't want Canelo to go out like that and he could be knocked out. Do you guys remember when Floyd retired? They was complaining about Andre Berto. Oh, he needs to fight somebody more serious and this, that, and the third. I was saying the same thing that they were saying back then. I'm like, it's his last fight. Y'all expect him to take on the most dangerous person in the world or something like that. Blase play. No, he needs to be fighting the best. This fight is bullshit. He needs to challenge himself. This is bullshit. Then on the other end, well, you know, I don't want him to fight David Benavidez because I don't want him to get knocked out. I don't want him to go out like that. You know, this is his last fight and he's slowing down. So, you know, I don't want him to go out like that. Man, hypocritical ass fan base and hypocritical people in boxing. That's just one of the examples to show you that we don't keep the same energy for everybody. But they openly admitting that they're not giving David Benavidez his shot. They know that David Benavidez should get his shot. They know that. That's why at the end of the day, if they fear the Crawford fight so much, this is the fight you took because you avoided David. It's illegal to be scared of David and Crawford at the same time. It just shows you the product in which you're trying to protect, which is Canelo Alvarez at the end of the day. And if Canelo Alvarez is old and slowing down, boxing fans ask one thing: to step your super ass to the side and let people who's really making moves in boxing progress in boxing and not hold up boxing and not hold up belts by not wanting to engage, not fighting people because they Mexican and just holding up progress. Now that's being greedy. If you want to be a superstar boxer who's a check collector, be a superstar boxer who's a check collector. But no, he still wants to be considered one of the top guys, and he's not one of the top guys. You're one of the cash cows, but you're not one of the top guys. Canelo shouldn't been at pound for pound fucking that long, especially when the boxing world has shown you they're so reluctant to make Terrence Crawford pound for pound number one, and Terrence Crawford been pound for pound number one for easily the last decade. Easily. They still have a hard time giving him pound for pound number one. And you know what the rumor is? If he does beat Canelo Alvarez, he still won't be pound for pound number one. Well, guess what? It's expected at the end of the day. But this just goes to show you what happened to that Mexican warrior. They'll fight anybody, blah, 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 blah. Man, the Mexican fan base of the Mexican fighter is looked at as the most protected fighter in boxing now, bro. They really don't have to achieve shit in boxing at all. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Mauricio Suleiman show you the way that they cater to Mexicans and Latinos. At the end of the day, Latinos don't have to do nothing in boxing at the end of the day because they want to make sure that they always keep a Latin champion so they can still access the revenue stream to the Latino fan base. That's really what it's about. That's really why they don't let certain fighters or these black fighters get a hold of these Latino fighters at the end of the day, or why they keep the Latino circle around the Latinos at the end of the day. Because like Xander Zayas and all that stuff, because they eventually want to sell that. You know what I'm saying? They eventually want to sell that. So they try to keep as many artificial Latino champions around as they can, simply because that's the majority of the people that the demographic says supports the sport as far as, I want to say, physical attendance. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's that. But, yeah. We're here. This video was just made just to show you that we're here because y'all are scared of David. And then you ran to Terrence and now you're scared of him. All right. So I don't want to hear no if he fights some blase splee. This shows you the energy of Mexican fans. Mexican fans have no competitive edge for Canelo Alvarez at all. This is why y'all have accepted all this PED, all this cheating, all these fake fights, all these fighting sparring partners, all this crap. This is why y'all accepted all of this. This is why Mexican fans have opted out for something artificial. No longer the warriors considered today. None of these Mexicans can hold a candle to Oscar De La Hoya while they talk about the pantyhose wearing dude. And speaking of the pantyhose wearing Mexican, doesn't that relate to the down low Mexican situation y'all got going on around there? Don't it? Don't it? Since y'all want to drag us in the middle of that, let's bring that up. Let's make the correlation between the DL Mexican and what you seen in Oscar De La Hoya. Hey, look, and you only seen that in the Latino Oscar De La Hoya. Told you, man. They men is perverted, bro. But I'm getting off on something different. But I had to throw that jab at you. You know I had to. Fuck y'all. Real talk. But yeah, look at that energy, bro. I don't want to. Now, look at our energy. We always be eager to see fights. We are always eager to see our fight. Well, at least most of us anyway. I can't say nothing about the Foot Clan. You know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing about the Buttermilk Gang. I can't say shit about them. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of us regular old folks, the rest of us regular old black folks, we want to see our fighter get in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? We just cut different at the end of the day, man. You know? All Latino fighters do now is survive off throwing jabs and criticizing black fighters. They have no real relevance. Prove it to me. Show me what real Latino is really moving the needle as far as interest. Who? Name somebody. You know what I'm saying? The only one who can get close to that is David. But beyond that, who do they got? Nobody's doing shit. Bondura ain't doing shit. Barrios ain't doing shit. Cruz ain't doing shit. Ryan definitely ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? T.O. ain't shit. Who else? That, you know, if they is doing something, they taking an easy road. And where do you think these guys get this shit from? That's why you got, oh, I forgot, Virgil Ortiz. He ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? But where do you think they get it from? They get this not doing shit from Canelo. Isn't it funny? They had all this talk about what Mayweather done and how it has left effect on boxing. You know, when at the end of the day, it was just a whole bunch of people copying Mayweather's moves and tactics. Nobody asked them to do that. But they don't speak about the effects of what Canelo Alvarez has done to boxing and the result of that. And that most of these fighters, these Latin fighters, and even Tank Davis is moving like they moving because the example of Canelo Alvarez. And therefore you got Duran that's moving like Tank, which Tank was moving like fucking Canelo. And then we got what we got right here. How come y'all don't want to take up that responsibility? At least Floyd showed you how to step up to the occasion. At least Floyd told you how to gamble with your talent. You know, y'all want to blame him for all the negative, just like the news. You know who they blaming for all the negative, but there's no self-accountability for what's going on. This soft era of boxing, you have to blame fucking Canelo. Let's face it. The way these boxers are moving and shit like that. And this is what I'm going to end it with. A lot of people talk about, oh, well, you know, it's Floyd and, you know, that old thing and all that blase split. Well, I got an old video talk about that Floyd and that defeated thing. You know what I'm saying? That actually came for them. You guys wanted to gloat over Rocky Marciano never losing a fight. So that undefeated thing, that undefeated claim, that importance of being undefeated actually came for y'all because that was the main bragging rights to Rocky Marciano, wasn't it? He was an undefeated heavyweight. This and that. Floyd fucked up the game. Now nobody doesn't want to. Now everybody's scared to lose. No, you want to know why that happened like that? Because the same rules don't apply for black fighters. When black fighters lose, you would fucking throw them away. Floyd knew if he lose, you guys would throw him the fuck away. And somehow that passed over into every black fighter that y'all entertain or have contact with. That's just a fact. Black fighters feel if they lose, other fighters can lose. You guys are forgiven. Obviously, y'all not forgiving to black fighters. Just look at the way y'all fucking treat them. Y'all allow people to cheat against them and think it's okay and then laugh about it. So shut the fuck up. All right? Y'all bitch made out there. All right? But that's where that really comes from. That's why they really scared to lose they fucking own. Because you throw them away. Not everybody gets thrown away. You guys throw them away. Because the main goal and the main Latin goal is to make sure every black fighter has a loss. Because they upset that they been getting their ass whooped and been a punching bag since the beginning of time. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. I hope you mad about it.